Legislators have raised concerns over the lack of accountability and transparency in Kenya's energy sector. The Senate says pricing and awarding of power purchase agreements is still shrouded in secrecy, denying consumers cheaper energy. The Energy CS has told the Senate that reforming the tendering process and revamping the national grid will deliver a more stable and affordable electricity system.
The power sector has faced persistent scrutiny over high electricity prices, aging transmission infrastructure, reliance on costly thermal plants, and opaque contracts with independent power producers.
What measures have been put in place to make sure there will be no corruption this time around, that there will be no onerous terms that have been put on those IPPs for Kenyans to enjoy low power costs? I think
first time now, these PPAs will only come into force upon approval by the Attorney General, something that was never the case before. That enhances transparency, Honorable Speaker, to a very, very large extent. Again, for the first time, Honorable Speaker, from the recommendation of that committee's report, these PPAs will be pegged on both Kenya shillings and dollars.
Wandai also outlined a series of long-term investments aimed at stabilizing the country's power supply and expanding access. Among them, the third phase of Africa Development Bank funding valued at 12 billion shillings, which will support electrification initiatives across 35 counties.
For the first time, this country is looking at a clear case of establishing a nuclear power plant. And we are more than determined that by the year 2027, 2028, we should be doing some groundbreaking, Honorable Speaker. And that nuclear power plant, Honorable Speaker, is going initially to produce some 5,000 megawatts.
The Cabinet Secretary, however, avoided directly addressing questions from senators on how Kenya Power plans to recover nearly 30 billion shillings spent on rural electrification projects undertaken by the Rural Electrification and Renewable Energy Corporation, citing the matter as an internal issue for the utility.
This is basically money that is owed to Kenya Power by REREC for the purpose of for maintenance of lines, and it's something which we are dealing with internally.
Trevor Ngendo for Prime Edition.